you wanna. Round if you wanna. It's lifestyle, not for you, but it's for me. Bye, Z.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Cards, and it's coming up next.
It is a bright, sunshiny day here in the desert Southwest, and the temperature comfortable enough that they said, hey, let's open the roof. That's what they've done here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 16 carries, 79 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Jordan Davis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down, and then on 3rd down they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he fields it cleanly. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That's good for 28 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 36. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Prescott on first down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, this defense for the Cardinals much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. And the first play will be a field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They go play action with Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now the throw on 3rd down. Knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott now. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half, one that's featured no touchdown. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Prescott over the middle. He gets it to Collins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Forced out to his left. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Finding Ertz again. Touchdown, Cardinals! Zach Ertz as the 1st half is winding down. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. Jalen Guyton, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers pick up that first victory after losses in their first 2 ball games. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Locates Ertz going across the middle.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 39, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. On 3rd down, Wilson.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now it's Wilson.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Play action. Now Wilson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
To throw is Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Prescott.
On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
To the air again, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. 1st down, Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get them to completion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in. Complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:10 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Dak. And that's Elliott complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Prescott. He's got Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Prescott. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Dak. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Prescott now. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd and goal, Prescott, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Wilson wants to throw it. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Dan, you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close them throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for the Cards, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.